Hi everyone. I wanted to take a moment and share some new information that Dr. Devi Nabandrapad has just come out with. She is the founder of NAET Allergy Elimination, and you can find more information on her either on our website at www.calandraacupuncture.com or her direct website, which is www.naet.com. Dr. Devi came out with a new protocol to help to boost the immune system. Right now, with this pandemic, anything that we can possibly do to help keep our systems healthy is what is most optimal. It's about preventative medicine and not just about trying to heal something that's already been affected. So it's really important that we note that you still want to observe all current recommendations that are being made by the authorities and medical experts. That means that you must be maintaining proper hand washing instructions, maintaining the suggested distance of 6 feet from others, avoiding groups and meetings, doing your social distancing, avoid handshaking, and seek necessary medical assistance at the first sign of any type of upper respiratory symptoms. The information that I am about to share with you is about boosting the immune system. It is not necessarily curative. Before I get into it, I want to take a moment and kind of review some other immune boosting ideas. So Dr. Devi actually recommends that you have frequent light meals, continue to eat healthfully, and make sure that you're consuming non-allergic items. That also means non-sensitive items. So a lot of times there's the idea of allergic and sensitive. Both actually cause inflammation in your system. And right now it's really, really important that we eliminate as many of those inflammatory items as possible, because that inflammation can decrease your immune system. So once again, don't go out and consume that large pizza, even though it looks delicious. If you are gluten sensitive or sensitive to dairy or eggs or any of those other ingredients, it's really important that you avoid those things. You want to make sure that you're drinking adequate amounts of water a day. So for most of us, we don't come anywhere near the amount of water that we should be drinking a day. There's a lot of ideas as to how much water you should be drinking. A lot of people say 8 ounces a day. Others will say to take your weight and divide it by 2, and that is the amount of ounces that you should be drinking. Personally, I tend to go off of the take your weight, divide it by 2, and drinking that amount. As you can see, I have my handy dandy water bottle. This thing holds 40 ounces, so I know that I need to consume not only that whole thing, but I need to refill it. So keep track of those kinds of things. So water is so essential because it's required for so many parts, so many essential processes within your body. It makes up actually 60% of your body weight, and it's required in order to flush out the toxic buildup that comes into your system. So if your system is well hydrated, toxicity is not able to build up, which makes you less susceptible to viruses, infections, and etc. It's really healthy to also maintain healthy elimination. So basically, if you're not pooping, the stuff's not coming out, right? It's really important to maintain proper bowel functions in order to help to eliminate the toxins within your system. So once again, that goes back to your healthy diets. If you're eating healthfully, chances are your elimination is the way that it should be. It's really important to practice good hygiene, not only just washing your hands, but making sure that you're wearing clean clothes. You are actually showering. That means don't go 4 days sitting at home in your stink, shower. It will not only help you feel better, but it's also going to be cleansing as well. Try to continue to take your vitamins and herbal supplements as recommended by your healthcare professionals. Exercise regularly, getting out and moving, maintaining a healthy weight. All of these things are going to help to keep your immune system healthy. Including sleeping, getting adequate sleep, 7 to 8 hours a night, and drinking moderately if you do consume alcohol, to make sure that it's within moderation. One of the things I talk about frequently in my practice is how stress affects the body. So we've been talking about so far the foods that, consuming foods that are healthful, not smoking, not drinking, making sure that you're receiving enough sleep. All of these things play a role, right? And all of those things can also cause more undue stress on your body. There's all kinds of research out there that shows how stress has an effect on your immune system. So regardless of if you are doing meditation, if you are receiving Reiki sessions or practice Reiki meditations, for more information on that, you're welcome to visit our website. If you're doing EFT, NAT, NAET, all of these things will help to lower your stress levels, which will help your immune system. So it's really important that you're doing everything that you can to keep your system supported during this time. So one of the things that I wanted to just remind you is that as I move into what this protocol actually looks like, that this is not a substitute for seeking medical attention. If you have any serious involvement with your heart, your lungs, please do not use this procedure. Go to the doctor, go to the hospital, seek your medical attention right away. You can follow Dr. Devi on her Facebook page directly at the NAET Facebook page. So, as we begin, I'm going to start with the protocol for prophylaxis, because the idea is that you don't get sick, right? And Dr. Devi has actually encouraged her practitioners to reach out to people, because this is something that people that are on the front lines can put into their toolbox to help themselves to stay healthy during this time, as they are going out there and putting themselves in harm's way for the betterment of everybody else. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to acquire a jar. This is the type of jar that you can use. You want to make sure that the labels are off of them. If you have troubles, my experience is when you try to take a label off when it's dry, it usually comes off easier than if it's already been wet. If you've already tried to wash it, etc., I'm a big fan of essential oils. Lemon essential oil is really great for removing adhesives. So just a little tip on that. So basically, NAET believes that your body has the innate ability to heal itself from cold, flu, and viruses of any kind on its own if given the right environment and tools to the body. Getting adequate amounts of rest, drinking proper amount of water and fluids, consuming frequent, light, small meals, and maintaining a healthy emotional status are some of the tools needed for the body to jumpstart the healing process. Once again, we're trying to help the immune system. This protocol can be utilized prophylactically to keep immune system strong, or if you are currently sick. If you have an active sickness, you will have to do these treatments more frequently. The first thing that I'm going to show you is how to do the prophylactic treatment. So you're going to collect a small sample of your early morning saliva in a glass jar with a lid. You're going to hold the jar in one hand, and you're going to massage the immune strengthening acupuncture points that I'm going to show you in just a second. So basically what you're going to be doing is you're going to take your jar. First thing in the morning, it's a clean jar. First thing in the morning, you're going to spit in the jar. I'm not going to do that because I'm being recorded, but you're going to spit in the jar. The idea is that the saliva holds whatever bacteria and viruses and anything else that's been lingering overnight. You're now sticking it in the jar. So you can do this for yourself. You can make sure that your kids are doing it. You can have your husband do it. Anybody can do this, okay? So you're going to hold onto the jar through the entire treatment. You are always going to start and end by massaging the point on the right hand. So the first point is right here. For my acupuncture people, it's LI4. You're going to massage it clockwise. And clockwise is if you were to put a clock on your skin, it would be the direction that the clock would be going. So you're going to massage this for minutes. And I'm going to, kind of speed up the process here. The second point is if you crease your arm right here, right where the crease ends, you are going to massage this point clockwise again for a minute, still holding onto the jar. Now, you're going to go to the other side, and you are still holding onto the jar. You're going to massage this point clockwise as well. You're going to go to the hand. You're going to massage the hand clockwise for a minute. Now, these points are very similar to the points that all of my NAET patients learn in practice to help boost their system. So some of you guys might already know this. Now, this next point is on your foot. Let's see if I can get my foot up here in a direction and not fall off the chair. Okay. So, first toe, second toe. You're going to follow the crease up, and you're going to massage the point clockwise for a minute. Same thing on the other side. This side's a little easier to show you. First toe, second toe, it comes up and creases. Right where the crease meets, you're going to massage that for a minute. And then you are going to end, yes, you can switch hands, on the same hand that you started. So you're going to end on the right hand side. You're going to massage that for a minute. And that is a full circuit. When you are done activating the points, you are going to take the jar and you're going to stick it 6 feet away from you. You're not going to get up. You're not going to move around. You're just going to sit there. And you're going to sit for 10 minutes. Okay? Once again, this is the prophylactic protocol. You're going to sit for this for 10 minutes. The jar is 6 feet away from you. 10 minutes later, you are going to pick the jar up. You're going to do the whole process all over again, activating each point for a minute on each side. You'll notice that when I came down on this left side, so this is my left hand, the first foot that I activated was my left foot, then my right foot, then my right hand, right? So you do that 3 times in a row. And each time you sit for 10 minutes between each treatment. So then, after that, you can set your jar aside, clean it out, and reuse it the next day. My recommendation is you clean it out the night before, because if you do start to feel like you're getting sick, you're going to want to do it again. So, and then you want to make sure that you have your early morning saliva. So when you have active symptoms, it's the same exact protocol. You're going to hold onto your jar. You're going to activate your points. You're going to put the jar 6 feet away from you. And then you are going to sit for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, you pick the jar up. You treat yourself again. You're going to continue to do that until your symptoms abate. That can be 1 treatment, that can be 6 treatments, that can be 10 treatments. It's different from every person depending upon your age, how severe the symptoms are, etc. The idea with the active symptoms, the protocol for active symptoms, is that you're staying ahead of the symptoms. So that's why you have to treat it more frequently within a short period of time. Once you are done, if you have active treatments, You are going to want to drink at least 4 ounces of water in between each round of treatments. So you activate your points, you're holding onto your jar, you activate some points, you put it 6 feet away, you wait 20 minutes, you drink 4 ounces of water. You start up again. Pick up the jar, activate your points, put the jar down, sit for 20 minutes, drink 4 ounces of water. The reason why you are drinking water in between is because with each treatment, toxicity builds up. The water is going to help flush that out. Okay, so with active symptoms, each treatment will make your body become stronger. Stop the massage when you stop having the symptoms. So if you are having fever, sore throat, runny nose, cough, shortness of breath, you continue the treatments until those symptoms stop. You continue to rest and avoid contact with others for 48 hours after those treatments. And you should be feeling stronger after that. If you have any, once again, if you're having any serious involvement, go to the hospital. I cannot stress that enough. There is a saying in Chinese medicine that when all of the channels and meridians are strong and energy is moving through them the way that they should be, that pathology cannot exist. And so what we are doing when I'm talking about boosting your immune system with NAET is that we're opening up those channels and meridians to allow that energy to move as freely as possible, with the idea that if those channels and meridians are open, that pathology can't take hold. So once again, this is all about keeping your system as healthy as possible. The sooner you start to experience any kind of initial symptoms, start treatments. For a lot of people that experience allergies, it's difficult to know if these if these symptoms are being caused by allergies. I know in Chicago right now, we're having 60 degrees one day and 30 degrees the next, and it's the prime time for mold. The trees are in bloom. It's allergy season. So the runny nose and then the sore throat because the mucus is going down the back of your throat is very common for people. So doing treatments like this is going to help boost your immune system overall. If you are having allergy symptoms, contact your NAET practitioner. If you're already a NAET patient, contact your NAET practitioner. They can walk you through how to help yourself. Or take your Zyrtec. Do what you have to do in order to keep your body as healthy as it possibly can be during this time. I wish you all the best. And once again, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. We're all in this together. Your practitioners, regardless of if their doors are open, your acupuncture practitioner, NAET practitioner, Reiki, massage therapist, we are all here to be of support to you in any way that we possibly can, even though we may not be physically able to see you at this time. Take care of yourself.